experiment is to study the intensity response of a photoconductive cell and verify the inverse square law of radiation using a photoconductive cell. And the apparatus required are a 60 watt and a 100 watt bulb and a lamp holder, and we have a circuit here which is having photoconductive cell and connecting wires and a ammeter. Coming to the theory part, so here as you can see that this is a photoconductive cell. So a photoconductive cell is a light sensitive semiconducting device whose electrical conductivity varies with the amount of light falling on it. So this is referred as LDR or a photoresistor. It works on the principle of photoconductive effect, where a process in which conductivity of the semiconductor of the material changes according to the wavelength and intensity of radiation. So when the light strikes the surface of this material, it provides sufficient energy to cause the electron within the material to break away from their atoms, and these free electrons and holes created in the material or break away. As a consequence, the resistance is reduced. So this is known as photoconductive effect. And what happens is, in absence of light, the resistance of DC is very high and the current measured using this ammeter is very low. So this current is called dart current and it corresponds to the resistance dart resistance. So when the photoconductive cell is exposed to external light, resistance of the photoconductor cell decreases, resulting in large current flow. So thus the resistance of the material is proportional to number of charge carriers. Talking about the inverse square law, as we know that the intensity of the radiation is inversely proportional to the square of the distance. So this is how by measuring different distance, we can measure different intensities and we can verify the inverse square law. This is how the intensity response of a photoconductive cell was studied and successfully verified, and inverse square law of radiation using a photo cell.
Let us come to the procedure part. This is our light source, and from this light will enter this photoconductive cell and then it will be subsequently passed on to this ammeter, and you will find the readings here. You have to note them down. First of all, you should remember that you have to perform this experiment in a dark room. Now you can see here, you have to keep this, you have a bulb inside, you can see like this. This is our 100 watt bulb. Now look here, the distance can be random, but it should be uniform. Like here it is 20, you can see it's about 20 to this photoconductive cell. It is in between this photoconductive cell and the bulb. So you have to take the reading, from here, this ammeter. This ammeter is currently not working, but you will get the reading here. Then you have to increase the distance by 10 centimeters or whatever you feel like, and then you have to note down the variations. But along with this is for 100 watt bulb. You have to do the same process for 60 watt bulb and 10 watt bulb, and then you have to note down the readings. Let us move on to the calculation part. For verifying inverse square law, this is how we fill the table. First column is this position of bulb, as you can see in the picture, ammeter reading, deflection, D. This D is the same as this position of the bulb, and then you have to take down this 1 by D square. After this, you have to make the same table for 100 watt, 10 watt and 60 watt bulb, and then what you have to do is you have to draw a graph. That graph will tell about the variation of this deflection with respect to the power of the bulb. So this is how you can verify the inverse square law, and this is also known as photodiode characteristics. Yes, because this is a graph and this is how it varies.